No, don't dance.
No.
No, don't dance.
I mean,
We're not supposed to know the music's here. It's theme music.
man. Did you just hear something like Mozart or so? It was something rather genius.
It's down to earth and also intellectual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Trying to play with some theme music, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Andrew really likes it. He's quite the composer, as you've heard.
That was whoa. That was not me. I cannot take any credit for that.
He's so humble.
I really, you know what? I can't. I couldn't have done it. It would not have been around without Derek.
It's because it wouldn't have been my iPad to compose it on.
Or you to compose it.
I think we're getting off topic here.
Right.
It's Monday. I think it's the 29th
Yeah.
of August.
Yeah. Wow, Monday already.
Already it's over. Sorry we didn't come to you this morning. Or last night.
You didn't miss that much.
Not really. It was cold and rainy this morning, so you've heard that before.
And yesterday all we did was drive really up the west coast, which was a lot of overcast. And not much else. We drove through some towns and so on, but
Yes. I should point out though that the radiator light didn't come on at all yesterday. At all.
I think we covered that.
However, today, when Andrew was driving, it came on. So I think we know who the van prefers.
That makes that.
I'm just saying.
I don't think that's very valid, considering the first several times you drove, it kept breaking down.
It was we were courting each other. We didn't really know that much, and now we're familiar with each other, to say the least.
Well, okay, if you
I know how to drive the van, and you apparently don't.
What are you talking about?
So I'm just saying.
I think we also didn't fill up.
She likes it when I'm in control. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Moving on. It was another long drive. Not too bad today. We stopped. We camped overnight near a town called Reefton.
But it's nowhere near a reef, so I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah. An old mining town, like most of the towns we've passed through.
In the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday and today.
Yeah. And
Mostly
then
just today.
we drove up this morning. We drove up to Nelson, which is it's quite a nice little town, a nice little city. I've heard a lot about. Kind of an artsy, kind of known to be a place with a lot of artists. A lot of artists moved down, right on the water, in the bay. And it's supposed to be very sunny and pretty, but of course it was overcast.
However, it was the only time today we didn't have any rain until we got here.
Right.
Not that I know where here is.
Rarangi.
Rarangi?
Yeah.
Rarangi Bay.
Yeah. Rarangi Bay.
I think we should just try to pronounce R's for a few more minutes.
You want to hear a joke in Canadian? Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it. But it's a gravel beach, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Brown sand, not black, not regular sand color, but brown, which is nice. Very soft. Yeah, it was a pretty sunset.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice little spot. It's not cold. It's very, very mild outside.
It's very nice outside.
Actually.
If there weren't any bugs, it'd be
Yeah.
great.
You keep the door open.
I know how to pick them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So tomorrow we're going to be crossing the Cook Straits.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which would be. So we're in Marlborough Sound now. So we went from.
well, actually, we're not.
Well, we're right. I think
We're on the Pacific right now.
Yeah, but it's still considered part of Marlborough Sound region.
No, because that's the north.
If you look on a map, we'd be.
If you look on a map,
Sound
we're facing
area.
the Pacific Ocean. Marlborough Sound is facing north. We're facing east. I'm just saying.
It's not just one sound. This is.
The region there
Yeah.
with the islands and the sounds and the bays and the straits.
You know, you're just as bad as that graffiti.
I was working up to the graffiti. Why you gotta head me off like that?
I'm sorry, I didn't know where you go. I'm sorry, I didn't know where you go.
I'm just saying, Marlborough Sound is north facing, and we are at a bay that is east facing, not in Marlborough, not in that area. We are 20 kilometers south of there. I'm just saying.
Okay, my bad.
We're near
My
Picton.
bad. Which is in the Marlborough Sounds. I mean,
Yeah.
girl, crying out loud. Anyhow, I'm sorry. I'm not even sure why I'm getting so upset. It's not important.
He's been testy all day. It's the weather. It's getting to him. He
It is,
needs
man.
his sunshine.
It is. It
His
is.
rainbows.
I've not seen the sun shine at all today until this evening. I've seen some rays of sun. It's been quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful actually. Golden colors in the clouds.
Yes, were we going somewhere with the Marlborough Sound thing, or just
We're just letting them
geography
know,
tip?
letting them know where we are, where we've
Okay.
gone today. So
Okay.
we spent a few hours in Nelson.
We crossed almost the entire northern coast of the South Island today.
Yeah.
So we started, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 kilometers east of Westport, which is on the west coast, hence Westport. Now we are on the east coast, as I think we determined already.
Yeah. Yeah, and so as Derek said, we're crossing Cook Strait tomorrow on the ferry. We have to be there at 7 a.m. The ferry is at 8. And it'll take us through the Marlborough Sounds going north and crossing the strait to Wellington.
Kind of northeast. Islands aren't really this. They're kind of, well, from your perspective, they're like this.
Yeah. Anyhow, we going in a northerly direction.
I'll give you that.
And yeah, it should be. So hopefully we'll have no overcast in the morning, so we can actually see the sounds that we're going through, because it's supposed to be rather beautiful.
When it's not treacherous and trying to kill you.
The sounds. Once you get out of the sounds, Cook Strait can be rather treacherous, from what I hear. So ideally, we'll have nice weather in the sounds. So if it is treacherous in the Cook Strait, we'll at least go down.
We'll at least see it coming.
We'll at least see it coming, and at least see something beautiful. Before.
Because that's
we
what
have
I'm
to take the
concerned
life
about.
rest.
Oh, it's my last moments. If only I had seen something beautiful, it would have made it all worth it.
You know, maybe. I mean, you know, we went up to Milford Sound. I was.
Yeah,
had
that
high
was
hopes.
crap.
I had high hopes.
That was crap.
It was. But if the
New Zealand, you need to get your act together. All right, this is my last warning.
he's been disappointed at every turn, and I can't blame you. I can't blame you.
Not every turn.
No.
Most turns. Not every turn.
Yeah.
The turns I'm not disappointed in. Nice segue. Kiwi graffiti. Some of you may be familiar if you travel. You go into a bathroom and someone has decided to write a work of poetry or prose for public consumption.
Right.
Consumption is not often a word you hear used in association with the bathroom.
No.
Intellectual consumption here.
Not potty humor.
The facilities, although some cases it is. Sometimes it's people trying to make friends, giving out phone numbers.
Yeah, they're always really nice
hey,
when I call.
If you like having a good time, I like having a good time. I like to party. Do you like to party?
I know. I mean, you think
it's like really... Facebook before Facebook. It's
exactly.
like truck stop book.
Yeah.
But here in New Zealand, Kiwis have an interesting sense of humor to begin with. You should see some of these road signs that we drive by. Not to mention the commercials we see on television. But the graffiti in the bathrooms, let's just say, oh, the facilities here. Some of you from America may be familiar with people saying, West Coast, referring, I assume, to California.
Or West Side, or... Yeah.
Well, in this case, it was West Coast is written in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And then someone else decided to have a conversation. It's kind of like writing on somebody's Facebook wall. It's similar to that.
Comment, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a comment. Someone wrote it. West Coast of what? Next line. What's wrong with the East Coast? And then I assume the first person replied back. Another comment, if you will. Though not liking the first comment, they said, cook straight. Which I found amusing. That they had to explain what they were promoting. Maybe it's one of those situations where you have to be here and a little tired from exhaustion of driving for 9 days straight.
Yeah.
Almost 3,000 kilometers in 9 days.
Wow.
When you put it like that, it doesn't sound like that much. But it is. Especially, Andrew was getting me back today for my driving yesterday, trying to drive in the mountains in such a manner as to make my door pop open and me fly out.
I was just seeing...
In retribution of my amazing F1 driver skills when applied to a camper van yesterday.
Okay. Yes. Second point.
That's your rebuttal? Yes.
I just want to explain. The roads, once we got into... Because we had to drive through Marble Sounds, and we had to... The road...
The Queen Charlotte Road.
Hugs the mountainside. And down is just this great view of the sounds and so on. But it's very windy. Very windy.
As mountain roads tend to be.
And the roads are very narrow. Also, I think is one thing that struck me when I first came to New Zealand is how narrow the highway.
They're not as narrow as you make them.
No, they are.
Because we're used to driving in vehicles where we're not sitting on the tires, right? See, I figured this out today when you were trying to kill me. The driver and the passenger are both sitting right on top of the tires. And so, unless you see the line on this side of you, you're still in the lane. And so it's okay to hug that line, to feel like you're hugging it, because you're actually not. That's just how it feels from our perspective, not being used to driving a vehicle.
You know what? Driving other vehicles, though, they're still narrow roads.
All I know is that these 4-meter wide trucks can make it with room to spare. I'm just saying.
Room to spare, centimeters to spare. Millimeters.
Yeah, I don't know about that. He's exaggerating.
I think you're exaggerating.
I am not known for exaggeration, my friend. I'm known for stating facts factually and using cold hard logic.
Wow. Where's this journal? This is run off into... Okay.
We have 36 hours to make up on here.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So the roads are very narrow, rather narrow, windy roads, and we were very low on fuel, and so.
So we thought.
No, we were pretty low. I mean, the gauge was low and the light blinked on.
I told you how much fuel we had to spare after I looked up how big the tank is.
Did you see the gauge?
There's what the gauge reads, and then there's the actual what's in the.
Wow.
I mean, I told you. It's a 70-liter tank.
All right.
The light had
But
come
you didn't.
on.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You shouldn't say we were low on fuel. You should say we thought we were low on fuel.
Jeez.
I'm just saying.
Listen, you didn't know that.
Let's present the truth.
Okay. The truth is, you didn't know that until after we filled up.
I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying. I'm saying we thought we were low on fuel.
And I drove according to thinking to knowing that we were low on fuel, almost empty, and so I was trying to coast in neutral as much as I could, trying to hug the curves to get the most out of.
I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm saying you're trying to kill me was a bad thing.
Who says it?
Yeah, there's your nice rebuttal. I wasn't trying to kill you. No, it's.
Who says that would be a bad thing?
Well, you're not. What? Did you kill me?
I'm just saying. I'm just, just throwing that out there. This has gotten way out of hand, I think.
I think it's time for our closing theme.
Back to Sanford and Son.
This is way better than that theme song. I'm just saying, way better. I worked at least 15 minutes on this last night.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks. See you next time.